Hey everybody, welcome back, and let's get this stuff done. I'm in camp, just chilling with my dog. I believe we left off. Alistair and my dog had a little something. It was rather funny. My dog bit him. Pretty good.
Yes?
How you doing? Oh, also, before I do this, I just found out that I look like Nigel Thornberry. Profile. Keep this out of the way. Smashing. Now, my terrible impression aside, you gotta admit, the nose, yeah. So, I know something to live up to. Anyways, shoot. How you doing?
Well, here I am.
Yeah. What you doing in the cloister? Cloister? The chantry.
What is meant by someone like
You
me?
know. Yeah, this one. Beautiful, charming. That one.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters,
Nope.
you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the cloister.
Sorry.
All of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique.
Ew.
Because then, they were forbidden. And forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
See? I really want to do the third option. Like, or fruit is it forbidden? Because it's hilarious. But number 2, complimenter.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic. The chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed. I heard a fawn, and I'm like, what? You became a baby deer? Oh, look at me, I'm Bambi. Okay. Anyway, right. Let's see. What did you do before that? Affirmed. No, I'm not really that interested. Backstory.
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais.
Nice.
Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin.
Nice.
And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
We can do that. +6? Heck yeah. Alistair, don't bite my dog back.
What do you need?
To ask you something.
Ask away.
Backstory.
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already.
Oh, darn, Oh, man.
Let's see. I
completely
was in the
forgot about how
chantry
it became a
before.
Grey
I
Warden.
trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
What skills might those be?
Well, it wasn't an easy life, you know. I don't know whether or not you've noticed, but I'm not exactly the Chantry type. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky. Oh, I suppose the Chantry life is good enough for some. Here, we have the fight against the blight.
Sorry, still sick.
To actually do some
Still
good instead
snowy
of sitting in
outside,
a
although it's
temple
like
somewhere.
53, so it's
I'll
gone.
always be thankful to Duncan
Soon.
for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
I'm socially awkward. Why do you think I play video games? Don't make me talk like this. Good man.
He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
That sucked. Hey, Stan.
Why are we stopping?
To sleep?
As you wish.
No, come on. I thought he'd like that. Let's be honest.
Yes.
He seems to really cut into it. Okay.
Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised.
Yeah.
To answer a
What
question, the Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here. Why do you?
Because it'll kill us. I mean... Yeah, because it'll kill us.
Do you think the Kunari live on some other world,
Yes,
then?
wait.
A portion of it? Were you not at Ostagar when the army
A
was
little bit.
overwhelmed? That is your answer.
The blight sucks. I agree. But still. Alright, we're done.
Parshera, was there anything else?
No, let's go.
As you wish.
Great. Just freaking great. Morgan being all the loner. Alright.
What do you wish of me? We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Oh, no! That's a bad question.
What do you wish of me? If you must. You are very cute to ask so
Oh,
many
thank you.
questions.
Try.
Really? Perhaps we should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Nice. Tell me about this
I
fun.
found the game fun. I was too young to understand the truth behind what was happening. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom. Sometimes, eventually. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard
What
of
is happening?
apostates or maleficarum.
That is some messed up lighting. I'm sorry, it's just flashing. It's crazy.
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was
Good way of
necessary.
looking at it.
There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you
Well,
disagree?
it's hard to do something. It's hard to survive second if you didn't survive first. Boom.
Oh? I would ask what exactly, but I'm certain that would be a lengthy conversation, and suddenly I grow very weary. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Oh, come on. It was that last answer. I know it was. Odin, what you got for me? Not you.
Enchantment?
Oh, certainly. I can.
Not what I meant.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me. I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a
Alright.
merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know.
Right.
You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Alright.
So, as I said, things were going well. But good things must come to an end. One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city.
I don't know, Cray.
They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
Okay.
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little
Ain't
gold.
bad. I'm sorry, there's just something about the dwarves. Look how long their arms are compared to their body. Their arms go like to their knees when they're standing upright. Sorry, it's just I looked over and it seemed weird. So I guess that's a good thing, though.
That's exactly how I see it. The noble woman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
That is a good story.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
No, thank you.
Of course.
I'm good.
Good
Just for the
fortune
record.
to you and yours.
What
Goodbye.
I'm eating. I'm sorry, I'm hungry, and these are delicious. Flaming hot Cheetos with the lime flavor. Oh, it's so good. What do you want me to talk to him about?
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Why is there a quest thing over your head?
Some folks aren't happy about Tyrn Loghain being named
Good.
regent. There are rumors he had something to do with the king's death. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Tyrn Loghain couldn't save the king from that inn, then nobody could. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for
Yeah,
what
it's a
it
lie.
is. Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need
Okay.
them. The things in the lost tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
Scoundrel.
People flee from the blight
I
with
didn't call
good
him.
reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch. That's what I tell myself, too.
Good way to justify it.
Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Yep.
Ah,
Make some
yes.
sandals.
I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here, I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think. And he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
That's not what's important.
That's how I've always felt.
How you feel
As long
about
as
each
he's
other.
happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments.
Yep.
He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Let's see where it's the last.
I'm sure you'll be pleased
Option.
with the goods my boy and I have collected.
I don't want any of these, but maybe it's asking me to buy one. I don't know. Boy. Grey Warden hand puppet? Oh crap, these are all 0. Okay, that's DLC stuff. I got it. It's okay. Alright guys, sorry, had to cut this one off early. I'll be back in a couple days. Thanks for watching.